While I was waiting to get on a fishing boat to go to Bristol Bay, I helped out with these local businesses, power washing boats and cleaning them up. And you can see here I'm using a power washer, removing all the moss from the hull. Now I'm at the city docks down in Homer Spit, helping to offload some boats. Halibut, black cod, rockfish, salmon, and other species, lingcod. And they have cranes right there. That's one of the areas where we process the halibut. And these are the totes that we store them in. And here I even helped do some touch-up painting with my old friend that I met up there. And this is, we were working for this boat owner that had two boats. And we were just freshening them up for his bear guiding business. He took people out on sightseeing trips to look at wild bear in Kachemak Bay, and this is another gig that I landed, helping restore some old boats that he had, and stripping and varnishing and putting sealer on it, and so it was fun. It was starting to warm up a bit. I even helped him on one of his rental properties. Helped him do some touch-up painting and some little bit of carpentry. Now I'm back at the docks, helping offload some fish. A lot of Russians and other native people and that live there in Homer. It's called Homer, Alaska, the biggest capital for our biggest halibut fishing in the world. Boat restoration work. I guess they're doing some construction across the street. More halibut. And we had to put ice in these totes because they had to put them on trucks and bring them up to a bigger processing plant where they could do more volume. And I'm just moseying around this Homer Spit along the beach area where they have these boats hauled out to where they do work on them. So it's interesting to watch. And some churches. I visited a few churches, and each one had their own particulars, just like any other denomination. But they were all good. I enjoyed visiting each one of them. Nice people, some good teaching, some good fellowship, and good food. I'm sitting in one of the pews, getting ready to listen to a service, Methodist. And this is a funeral service at one of the other churches that I visited. And they were paying their respects to the dead. Oh, they had wonderful banquets, all these potlucks, which I really enjoyed. Everybody brought something to eat. And now I'm just moseying around downtown. Oh, this is the Elks Club, but they have bingo once a week. And I try to attend that when I'm in town. It's only a few bucks. And this is the beach. I'm just hanging out with my bicycle, and it's pretty cool. Standing on these pilings, I don't know if they're old dock pilings, and I don't know what this is, some kind of a statue to one of the parks, one of the state parks. But beautiful scenery. It's just gorgeous. It's all green because of all the rain. And this is a really cool inlet where they do a lot of fishing, sport fishing, trophy fishing. They come in there to spawn a lot of different kinds of salmon, silvers, sockeyes, and cohos and chinooks. This is an open field. Oh, now I'm back at the docks, looking at all the cool boats that are moored in the harbor. Beautiful purse seiners and gill netters and crabbers and longliners. And this is another one I worked on called the Waters. And the skipper, the boat owner, was really cool, very hospitable. He took us out to eat for breakfast and lunch and dinner. That's where I met my friend who has passed on. His name was Doug. This is the Homer Spit. I rode my bike all the way down from where I was from Homer all the way down to the end of the spit. It was a good bicycle ride. Real windy. So I had to be careful. A lot of cars zooming by. Of course, it rains a lot. But it's beautiful. Fresh air, fresh water. Everything's fresh. And this is a campsite, RVs. And this is where they come and the salmon come in to spawn. I saw thousands of salmon right here. There's a little patch of them right there. There's a lot more in there that the camera didn't pick up. And this is back down at the harbor. A lot of boats. I believe this is one of the Kenai Road. And this is the parking lot at McDonald's. I would see a ton of moose there. Now I'm back on these pilings at the beach, Homer Spit. There's a moose right there. A lot of moose hang around the McDonald's parking lot. And now I'm up on the hill, I think it's called Sky Ridge, and there's a tourist attraction up there called Nature Center. And they were having a picnic and some kind of other deal, some kind of a nature walk for the community. I'd missed that, but I was able to have join in on the potluck. And this is my camper that I purchased for $500 from one of the other fishermen that I worked with. He was interested in selling it, so I bought it, and I was in the process of cleaning it up to make it habitable. So I kept it for a few years, and it was a nice place to stay, quiet and cheap. And moose, I was only like 10 feet away from this moose. Oh, look at these two moose right there in the McDonald's parking lot. Cool. Yeah, they just looked at me. They weren't hostile. They were just real curious. Look at what I was or who I was. Yeah, now I'm at this downtown souvenir shop where they sell gifts and souvenirs down in downtown Homer. Really cool. They have a lot of antiques, a lot of cool things to look at. Homemade crafts. This is another cool place. They do this about once a month, I believe, maybe once a week, every weekend during the summer months. It's a arts and crafts kind of community where everybody has a stand and sells their products like jars of honey or jams. And I'm at the coffee shop. There's more than a few around, and they're really cool. And they've got ATV shops and stores where you can purchase motorcycles, ATVs. I like this one, it matches my coat. And then, of course, they had these trinkets. I don't know, some guy pulled up in a car on the beach with all these figurines. So I thought it was interesting. So I took a picture of it.